Hello, hello, Atlas Rose here, also known as Book of Titans, and today I'm going to be talking about art block. But first of all, let's talk about the speed paint. Right now, I am doing a little pixel art thing of blue pearl and yellow pearl from the Steven universe. I really wanted to mess around with doing more pixel art, and I have been watching the Steven universe episodes, and I've just been really pumped, and I'm ready. So yeah, I really like blue pearl and yellow pearl, and I want to know more about what kind of like other gems there are in the inside the show. But yeah, so that's it for the speed paint. So about art block, there comes a time, and it's not just with art, like drawing art, but with any kind of creative process, there comes a time when you sit there and you stare at the paper and you just can't. Like, you just don't know what to draw. Nothing comes to mind. You might have not drawn anything in days or weeks or even months, and just nothing is happening. You're not getting any spark of motivation. And it's really sucks. There's a lot of people that kind of fall into that rut where art block hits you and you don't know what to do, so you just stop and you drop it and you just don't go back to it. And it's really hard to get out of art block. And there are a couple ways that I try to combat art block, and one of the most important ones, but also one of the hardest, is no matter what, sketch something, draw something, even if it's a little doodle on a post-it note. Draw something every single day. And that's really hard, and even I don't do that sometimes. It's hard. Art is hard, you guys, but you gotta push through it. If you want to get better, if you want to improve, you just have to draw. That's the only way to get better. And when you force yourself to draw something every day, you end up finding different things to look at. Like for me, I'm sitting at my desk, the first thing I see is this little toy dinosaur that I see. Well, if I have art block, I'd sit down and say, okay, Atlas, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit, and the first thing you see, you're gonna draw it. And I would look at that dinosaur and I'd draw the dinosaur. And from there, okay, well, what's the next thing I see? Well, a little leather journal. Let's draw the leather journal. And at that point, you just kind of fall into the habit of just drawing things as you see them. And then you can branch out and do other things with it. Well, maybe now that I drew one dinosaur, now I just want to do a whole page of dinosaurs, And it helps pull you out of that rut. Another cool thing to do is I like to look up, like on Pinterest or Tumblr, there will be drawing challenges or like prompts. And I always think those are pretty fun to help me get out of my art block. Color palette challenges too, those are really fun. I might do some of those for future videos. I always like doing color palette stuff with my art, so that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that for a future video. Drawing my characters too always helps me get better with art block. I end up kind of drawing, especially with Rika. Rika's always my fallback character. If I don't know what to draw, I just draw Rika, and I end up drawing her doing the same pose over and over again. And if you look through some of my sketchbooks, you just see this picture of her, like it's just a bust, and she'll have like one shoulder tilted up and she'll be kind of like smirking towards the side. And there's just so many sketches of Rika doing that one pose, but each of them is slightly different. Maybe I do the eyes a little bit different, or her hair falls a different way. And no matter what, because I keep drawing it, it gets better. And that's not always true. Sometimes it gets worse or weird, but each time is different. So even if I'm drawing the exact same thing over and over, it's not the exact same thing. If that makes any sense at all. If not, oh boy. Another thing that really helps me is to go to people I know and just be like, hey, what's something I could draw? And sometimes they'll throw things at me that are really, really good ideas. Like, oh, well, draw something from this show. That's usually what it is draw something from a show or a game. Recently I asked a couple of my friends, you know, what should I draw? And they were like, oh, you should draw us as our favorite characters from this game. And it's like, okay. I ended up not doing that and instead just did a page of headshots of these different characters, and that's what's sitting in front of me right now. They're from the game Dota 2, Defense of the Ancients, whatever. It's a MOBA game and I'm a loser. But I drew 3 of the characters messing with my new markers that I really want to show off. They're like off-brand Copic markers, but they're really nice. Anyway, I'm getting off track and rambling. Yeah, art block sucks, but no matter what, you kind of just have to keep drawing and get through it, and I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I do videos every Monday. I do take video requests, so leave a comment below, and thanks. Bye-bye.